Okay, so tonight we had the Dallas Wings taking on the Atlanta Dream at home. Ultimately, the Dream gets a dub, 82-81. Dallas Wings are 0-3 against the Dream this season. I'm hot today. I got a lot of words. Let's just get started. First up, let's start off on a positive note with one of my demons, Azzi Fudd. She played 37 minutes tonight, had 20 points for you. Okay, 20 balls, very special. 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steal, no block. 69.2% from the field, 9 for 13. We efficient, thank you. 2 for 2 from 3. No free throw attempted, 2 turnover, 1 personal foul, and 76.9% true shooting. Honestly, my favorite plays from Azzi in this game. So first up, we start with this midi that she had on joining Canada. Tough shot, things that you love to see. I love the angles from it too. And then we had another midi right here. She was loving the midi today. And then next up, we had a midi right here at the elbow. Then we go on to another midi right here. Thank you. Then this was after a steal that she got. And then she hit that transition 3. I really ascended. I miss what it's like to be this happy, but wow, beautiful shot by Azzi. I love when she gets a steal and pushes it in transition for herself. That was really wonderful. Then we go on to this 3 that she had, beautiful shot. Then she had this mid-range right here, and then we had this layup right here. It was kind of like a euro, it was kind of like a sidestep at the basket, but I loved it from her. We go into some records for Azzi tonight. She is the fastest player in Wings history to reach 350 plus points and 50 plus 3-pointers made. So this is from Real, so shout out to them. Always love to push Azzi's records on this account. And she now has the most games by a rookie in WNBA history with 20 plus points on 0 free throws attempted. Okay, so impressive in a sense, but I also get irritated because she should have more free throws. But, shout out to Azzi Fudd. This is another one for her, but she now has the 4th most games by a rookie in WNBA history with 2 plus 3s and 2 plus steals. Okay, we're getting it done on both ends. 2 Azzi, DPOY her. Also, this is for Azzi, but it said Azzi Fudd has more 3s made through 3 quarters than all other players in this game combined. Okay, so at that point, she had, I think it was like 2 3s or something. So you love to see it. Also, something for Azzi Fudd is that she won the 3-point contest, first rookie to ever do so, okay? And then she had like the 2nd highest score all time with 30 points, so very special. Made a whole video about it, but just want to give some glaze for Azzi for winning this because this was insane. Also, a new episode of the podcast, Anastasia Scouting Report, when I talk about the 3-point contest and much more on YouTube, Anastasia25, and where you get your podcast. But like I said, first rookie in WNBA and NBA history to win the 3-point contest, so very special for Azzi. Okay, I always want to appreciate. Also, this was her with the award at the 3-point contest, so big things for Azzi. Thank you. Okay, this is something else for Azzi, but it said the People's Princess, 1st overall pick in 2026 draft. UConn, top 4 among rookies in points, 3-pointers, percentage, steals, blocks, and minutes. Winner of 3-point contest, All-Star Weekend. Only rookie in WNBA history to win. And last 7 games, 13.6 points a game, I think, and like 40.8% from 3. So love to see that in Azzi stats and all that stuff. And then here's the pregame fit for Azzi. Always love to show. Thoughts on Azzi Fudd tonight? Azzi Fudd was fabulous tonight, okay? If you watch the game, just the way that they were trying to run off the 3-point line, I thought that was going to be it. She said, no, I'll attack the closeout. I'll get to the mid-range. I'll get to the basket. And she hit 2 3s in this game as well, too. So did a little bit of everything offensively. I really liked her shot selection. I liked how aggressive that she was and how confident she played. So it was wonderful. I feel like when she was hitting those shots, I don't know why we went away from her. I think it was at the end of the 3rd quarter and the 4th quarter. That was part of the reason why things went the way that they went and us losing the game, because she was hot. You feed the lady. Okay, she was efficient today. It was beautiful to see by her. Defense also very strong, of course, with 2 steals. But I thought she had some good moments on Ryan, like generally in the game and stuff, like Jordan Canada and everything, like just like flying around, containing them, making them have to take difficult shots and everything, getting stops, getting steals. Azzi's defense doesn't always show up on the stat sheet. Y'all know that, but she's a phenomenal 2-way player, okay? This was the Azzi game that I was hoping for. So I'm very pleased with her tonight. She really did everything that you could ask for. So shout out to Azzi. That's my rook, DPOYZ, okay? My political figure even. Your efforts will not go forgone tonight. This demon, really appreciate her in this game. If I see the highlights on here, I will repost. I always like to repost for my favorite players, but she did everything that she could tonight. Played her ass off. Now we're going to one of my GOATs, Paige Bueckers. She played 37 minutes tonight, 16 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 54.5% from the field, 6 for 11 shooting, 1 of 5 from 3, 3 for 5 free throw. The turnover, that was backbreaking. I can't lie. It's not like her. I try to give some grace, but it was backbreaking, okay? And that's no hate. Y'all know I love Paige down. But please, 4 personal foul, and 60.6% true shooting. Couple records for her before the game is she's the only player this season that ranks top 10 in both clutch points and clutch field goal percentage. So that was before the game wanted to show. And then she's on pace to have the highest field goal percentage in a 20-point per game season by a guard ever. Okay, so again, wanted to show that for Paige as well. And then this shows her stats in July, so wanted to show that too. Here was the pregame fit for Paige, so wanted to share that. Overall takeaways on Paige tonight, I think that Paige did some really positive things. I knew going into this game that, you know, they were going to like double team her with the defense and everything, and just she wasn't going to have a whole lot of space to get shots off and everything. I think there's some times where she made them pay and everything, and she capitalized as well, so I was happy and stuff with some of the shots that she had. That 1-3 that she had in the fourth quarter, I think that was really needed, if I'm remembering that correctly. The midi, getting to the basket and scoring. So being pleased with those things, you know. I thought that her defense was really good. Her help side defense I thought was strong. She had a steal in this game. She had a block in this game. So being happy with that. It won't always show up on the box score, but I thought that she was solid on defense today. So yeah, like she had, you know, some moments and stuff that I was fond of, and I told you guys she should get at least 15, and she got 16 today. So with the defense and everything, you know, happy with those things. Also for Paige in this game, I think that there was just kind of some moments that were uncharacteristic for her, like the turnovers and just some possessions and things like that, you know what I mean? So those things, you know, don't love to see that. There was just some moments I think that were just, you know, kind of not like her, you know what I mean? And if y'all see my videos before, y'all know I'm not one to, you know, hate on her after a loss and everything and say the things that her haters say, because I think that's dumb for one. And for two, like, I be giving grace because 9 times out of 10, she shows up and she's a very consistent player, and she's carried us more times than I can count in this year, especially with the fourth quarters and everything like that. So yeah, I feel like those are fair criticisms to say. I feel like if you watch the game, you know what I'm talking about, because there was just some moments there. And please do not comment on this review talking about some, oh, you hate Paige and blah blah blah, because my track record shows itself. You know, I let Paige down. Check out any of my reviews on this account or anything like that. So I try to be very careful in how I word things and everything, because like y'all try to say that about me earlier this season in the comments. Like, please, okay, you know what I mean. I think that, you know, multiple things can be true at the same time. So I think that, you know, that's fair to say, you know, if you had seen the game. So, you know, that's my takeaway there. Also, like, if y'all comment BS on this review, I will delete it, okay? Like, y'all be commenting stuff, and y'all be commenting stuff about me. Like, I can't read my own comments and everything. So y'all try to start some dumb narratives, some toxic narratives. Those things will be deleted, okay? So don't even waste your time, okay? So that's what I'll say there. So yeah, I had stuff that I liked from her in this game. I had moments that frustrated me and everything. 9 times out of 10, Paige is going to be a net positive for us. Appreciate her contribution. I appreciate her efforts. Now we go on to Orique Angumba. She played 38 minutes today, 24 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steal, no block, 56.3% from the field, 9 for 16 shooting, 1 of 1 from 3, 5 for 5 free throw, 3 turnover, 5 personal foul, and 65.9% true shooting. Orique pissed me off immeasurably in this game. Here's how it started. She was ball hogging. She was doing too much. And I'm like, here we go. But then she actually started to play more within herself, passing more and just taking shots whenever, you know, they came to her. So it was better. And then at the end, all she did was fucking foul. Foul after foul after foul. It was egregious in that fourth quarter. How many free throws did she give up in that fourth quarter? Ridiculous. I said multiple times, if y'all follow me on Twitter, why is he not subbing Orique out? I do not understand those things still to this moment. I don't know if it's a front office thing. I don't know if it was Jose thing. All I know is that it was dumb as hell when Orique was fouling as much as she was and sending them to the free throw line. Like, bro. Like, and this is why Orique will never fool me. I did my preview on my other account, Anastasia250_. And I talked about Orique and how she can never fool me. Someone was like, damn, you hate Orique. I said, I went in person and watched her go 9 for 24. I have PTSD. Can you blame me? Performances like this. But people who do not watch the fucking games are going to look at the box score and be like, oh, she had a good game. It's all the negative stuff she does at the end. Don't you remember that game against Chicago last season when she had 37 points and in the fourth quarter she was a net negative? You're turning it over, you're missing shots, and you're fouling. Same thing applies here. Orique is not a franchise-winning player. Orique is a selfish player. Orique can't play a lick of defense, and I'm to suffer with it tonight. This was 9-11. This literally was 9-11, and she pissed me off so bad at the end of the game. You can't, bro. I don't get why he didn't sub her out. I really don't. So there's that. Also, there was this tweet by my friend. It said, 4 personal fouls with the game on the line. Biggest choke artist in franchise history. A perennial loser who will never win anything in this league. I hope her pillow was hot because she doesn't deserve a good night's rest after tonight's abysmal performance. Hashtag trade Orique, hashtag wings up. I'm in pain. And for everyone who wants to say that I'm a hard ass, I'm on Orique too much, y'all do not beg for Orique to be on y'all team like people have said. So save it. I'm tired of y'all basically saying that we should shut up and we should sit in silence as she shoots us out of fucking games, as she fouls and she fouls and she fouls, and as she doesn't pass the ball. So Dejanay did an interview recently, and the guy that she was interviewing was, I can't even talk. He said, you know who doesn't pass the ball? Orique. People know. Trade value in the gutter yet again. Get Orique off this damn team. Pay the contract. Take the hit. I don't care. Every day that Orique Angumba is on his team is a day that I do not smile. It gets to the point. I don't even know what to say. We continue on. Jessica Shepard played 40 minutes, had 16 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, no block, 44.4% from the field, 8 for 18 shooting, 0 threes attempted, 0-2 from the free throw line. Those were backbreaking. 2 free throw. She had 2 personal foul, and she was 42.4% true shooting. I told y'all in my preview that Angel was going to make Jessica Shepard her bitch in this game, and what happened? Could not defend Angel, cannot play defense. I saw it coming in my mind, bro. When Angel hit that reverse layup on her, bro, she's so food in the post. She's so food in the post. And why is she taking 18 shots in a game? Nobody asked for that. Give it to Paige. Give it to Azzi. No reason for that. Like the shots, and you're missing everything. And and I knew Angel was going to be defending her, and Angel had her moments, certainly, and everything. I predicted this, bro. And you might say, oh, a double-double, bro. But if you watch and you see the back-breaking mistakes, you see the missed free throws, you see the terrible defense, I was just frustrated. I really was. I don't even know what else to say. I'm going to move on. Everyone else, Allrock played 16 minutes in this game, 4 points, 2 rebounds, no assists, 1 steal, and 2 blocks, 0%, 33%. Why she takes the shot at the end, I don't know. Felt like we let the defense speed us up a little bit. I think Paige was trying to get it back at the end and everything, but it just wasn't the moment. I don't want to see her taking the threes, get in the paint more. Had her moments on defense, but 33% is just hard. Lead 24 minutes played, 1 point, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and also 2 blocks, 0%. Had a couple good moments defending Angel, but when you foul and send them to the free throw line, it basically neutralizes everything. And just some moments where I was frustrated by Lee today. Zaza only 1 rebound in 3 minutes. Odyssey 3 minutes played and no stats. Odyssey minutes pissed me off. Shook Sun only had 2 minutes. I would have minded seeing more minutes. You could have subbed her in at the end because we needed defensive stops, but no, you want to go with the Orique. Like, okay. And then here's everyone who did not play for us. Now we take a look at the Atlanta Dream side. One of my favorites to ever lace them up, one Angel Reese. She played 34 minutes today, 22 points, 12 rebounds, her double-double, her signature, double-double Barbie. She had 4 assists, 4 steal, and 1 block, 50% from the field, 9 for 18 shooting, 0-2 from 3, 4 for 6 free throw, 3 turnover, 5 personal foul, and 53.3% true shooting. On no free records for Angel. So she already has more 2010 games than 97.4% of all players in WNBA history. So this is to be applauded. Angel's breaking a lot of records. Y'all know I love Angel, so this is most pleasing to me. But yeah, Angel came today. Angel came to work. You know what I mean? And these are things that I expected. I told y'all in the preview, Angel was going to fry us, and she did. Our bigs had moments where they were able to make it hard for her, but she put her head down and worked. You know what I mean? That reverse layup that she hit, the stuff that she got at the basket, rebounds the hell out of the ball, still with 12 rebounds today, and isn't that below her average or something? I knew that she was going to go big for the rebounds as well, and the defense, I think she had some big moments with 4 steals and 1 block, certainly, and that's just what shows up on the box score for you. So offensively, with the scoring, with the rebounding, and defensively, she was tremendous. And Angel kept Atlanta in this game single-handedly. Okay, if you watch this game, only one worth a damn in this game. I swear to God. I swear to God watching it for most of it. You know what I mean? So I just appreciate how hard Angel works. Her grit, her determination, and her having a heart of a champion. Always a pleasure to watch Angel Reese play the game of basketball. And yet again today, she's destroyed our post. I knew it was coming. All you got to do is just, tip the cap and just give respect. One of my favorite players, and it's for reasons like this. So she balled out today. I do leave here with something today with AZ 20 ball, with Angel double. I will take it. We continue on. Alicia Gray, 34 minutes played, 25 points, no rebound, 2 assists, 1 steal, no block, 61.5% from the field, 8 for 13 shooting, 0-3 from 3, 9 for 9 free throw, 1 turnover, 4 personal fouls, 73.7% for shooting. Had a good game, was able to get to the basket and score, so I'll give her credit for that. I do feel like there were some moments where she flopped, and sometimes where they call fouls, and it's like we didn't even touch her at all. She capitalized off of that. Is it annoying to watch? Yes, but she got it done. So 25, 2 and 1. She left with something, so I will give her that. I'll say that for Alicia Gray. She got it done. Ryan Howard, 32 minutes played, 9 points, 5 rebound, 5 assists, 3 steal, no block, 30% from the field, 3 for 10 shooting, 1 of 4 from 3, 2 for 3 free throw, 2 turnover, 3 personal foul, and 39.8% true shooting. Like I said, I feel like AZ had some good defense on her and stuff, and we had some good defense on her generally, but I just feel like there's times where Ryan goes through the motions in the game, and she just pretends to look busy, and that's exactly what she did today. I swear to God, it felt like she wasn't even in the game until the fourth quarter when she decided to get those gimmick shots up and when she hit that fake-ass 3 at the end. And, that's what she irritates me, because you can't decide when to be passive, you can't decide when to show up and then hit some fake shots and pad your stats. So she will not fool me in that way, because she was literally just doing anything, because where was her defense for 90% of the game? I'm sorry, bro. I saw it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you just let everybody else carry it. Like I said, we had some good defense on her, but there was just times where she was doing anything. So, yeah, she skated by today, but I won't be fooled. Everyone else, Bree Jones, 21 minutes played, 11 points, 7 rebound, 1 assist, no steal, and 3 block. 50% decent. Borlase, 17 minutes played, 10 points, 2 rebound, no assist, no steal, no block, 44%. Borlase does not need to shoot the basketball as much as she does. I don't know why we do that. Jordan Canada, 32 minutes played, 3 points, 6 rebound, 8 assists, 3 steal, and no block, 16% from the floor. Jordan Canada was terrible today. You might say she had 8 assists. I'm pretty sure she had 7 turnovers in this game. When you give the ball to the other team 7 times, that's not good basketball. I don't care. Naz Hillman, 22 minutes played, 2 points, 3 rebound, 1 assist, no steal, no block, 50% from the floor. I say the same thing. When Naz Hillman's shot doesn't go in, she doesn't do anything else for you. And she had that shot at the end, but I was not moved by her minutes. Jalen Sherrod, 1 assist. Okad, 1 rebound. He barely plays her. Shatori Walker-Crimbo, I think, had 1 rebound. So there we go there. And then here's everyone who did not play for Atlanta today. Now we go on to the advanced stats for this game. So scoring by quarter, the first quarter, 16 all. Second quarter, 16-22. Third quarter, 20-26. And fourth quarter, 30-17. Okay? So Atlanta wins this game 82-81. Now, biggest leads, Atlanta had a 2 lead in the second. And I think it said we had a 15 lead in the third. And yet we choke it away. So y'all know why I'm pissed off. And then runs, we had a 15-4 run in the second. 12-4 run in the third, and then the Dream had a 15-5 run in the fourth. Best player streaks, Angel Reese was 6, and then Azzi Fudd was 6. Okay, so, I left here with that too. And then we look at head-to-head metrics. We shot 34 for 69 from the field, 49.3%, 4 of 15 from 3. Threes were in hell, 26.7%, 9 for 14 from the free throw line, 64.3%, 18 turnovers. I mean, you're just not going to win a game with 18 turnovers. 42 rebound, so we got out-rebounded, 19 assists, not enough. We didn't share the ball enough, 5 block, and then we had 24 defensive rebound. And then we had 8 offensive rebound, 22 points off turnovers, 40 points in the paint. Should have got in the paint more. 15 fast break or transition points, 11 second chance points, 9 steals, and 19 personal fouls. Now we go into Atlanta, 31 for 70 from the field, 44.3%, 1 for 16 from 3. 6.3%. Threes were terrible. 19 for 25 from the free throw line, 76%. 16 turnover, 43 rebound, 22 assists, 4 block, 25 defensive rebound. And then 12 offensive rebound, 15 points off turnovers, 58 points in the paint, 4 fast breaker transition points, 12 second chance points, 11 steals, and 20 personal fouls. Now on to my overall thoughts and takeaways on the game. First of all, this was a very winnable game. We had, a 15-point lead in the third quarter or something like that. All we had to do was maintain and go with what was working, make adjustments if necessary, but no. Orique with this CTE at the end pissed me all the way clean off with all those personal fouls in the fourth quarter and times that she sent them to the free throw line. We missed the free throws, 5 free throws or something like that, so we got to make the free throws and, get ourselves in position to win that. We can't get any defensive stops, especially in the paint. They outscored us in the paint, so that's a problem. And then, what is it called? They got more rebounds than us. We turned over the ball way too much. You know what I mean? So those things, the fact that, AZ was hot and then we went away from her for some reason and everything. So yeah, we had a lot of self-inflicted mistakes and a lot of errors like that, and this loss just hurt so bad, and I'm just so mad. Also, Jose not taking a timeout at the end was dumb as fuck. His use of challenges, his rotation today pissed me off. His coaching for the last month and some change has been slipping, and I'm tired, and I'm tired. So we have to get that off too. And they asked him, why didn't you take a timeout? And he basically said, like, they're really good defending those kind of actions, and so he didn't want to let the defense get set, but you should have taken that, because that possession, their defense definitely bothered us, and we didn't go for the best shot available in that moment. So you have those things. I just saw this on Twitter, and I gotta get this off, but Jose talking about there's always going to be an armchair quarterback saying we should have done this or we should have done that. Him on decision making, and it's just like, would it kill you to take some accountability? You literally said that, what, accountability, trust, and truth, that was what you were coming in to do, and yet you can't admit, I failed. You know what I mean? It's the same things with his rotations, with subbing Paige and Azzi at the same time, with letting Orique play so many minutes. Before, when we were trying to win games in the clutch, you would sub Orique out. In Minnesota, you didn't do that. In these games, you didn't do that. And so I don't even know why. Bad with his timeouts. When you have all those timeouts at the end, you don't use them. Bad with challenges and etc. And yet you don't take accountability. Somebody said, I never seen a nigga talk this much that hasn't won anything. Okay? Like, you're not serious right now. You're not serious right now. So these things just piss me off. And it's like, when are we going to decide who we want to be? You know what I mean? Like, you have to step in as a coach and you have to make hard decisions. You have to make decisions that are going to be unpopular. And the way that he wants to continually evade accountability and put it on anyone else besides himself and not say, hey, this is where I came up short, it really pisses me off. And we keep making the same mistakes. And these games are so winnable. And, he's just been pissing me off with the coaching and decision making as of late. So I had to get that off. Something else I wanted to say is really the fact that they having Paige and Azzi do the press conference. Why can't Orique ever answer for her crimes? Like, it should have been Orique and Jessica Shepard. Like, I agree. The way that Orique is continuously able to evade accountability for her bad performances and stuff like that, and the way that people almost pity Orique, I do not understand it, bro. People will blame everyone else for a loss besides Orique and everything, and there's just not enough accountability on this team in general, and that's where we get into the positions where we get into. And also, like, why it's just we're not going to win anything until we make some changes. And I say this later, but I never expected us to win anything this year anyways, but it's like we're going to be at exit sooner than we should be because of the selfishness and decisions and bad coaching by Jose and stuff at times too. It's just unbelievably frustrating with that too, because why do they have to answer for the stuff that the other two were doing? Like, it gets to a point. Jessica Shepard pissed me off with 8 for 18 and the moments like that. Orique pissed me off in this game, I think I already said. Angel Fridays, which I knew was going to happen. So I just knew with this team, how they play us and everything, they came from behind and they won the game. But you make the right rotations in the right moments and you stop subbing out Paige and Azzi at the same time. And, I feel like the first time Angel was subbed out, we didn't capitalize on the minutes. The second time, I feel like we did. There's just a lot of things that we could have done to win the game, and so that's why I'm frustrated, and I feel like I need a week off of this team after this loss. That's how irritated and mad that I am at this loss, but we play again on Friday, so I'll be there for hell on Friday, unfortunately. So I don't know if I said this again at the ending here, but the fact that we went away from Azzi when she was hot, that third quarter, that fourth quarter, absolutely blasphemous as well, you know what I mean? And the fact that the Azzi 20 ball went wasted and her fabulous performance went wasted, frustrating. I just think that there's times where we could be better, like setting some more screens and just like getting Paige, Azzi open and getting them the ball at the moments when they want it and when they need it, So I think those things were very frustrating to me as well, and just the mistakes that we continuously make on the offensive end and shot selection and things of that nature. But it's like watching this game in real time when that lead was slipping, it's like I knew, bro. I knew when he needed to sub Orique. I was saying it the whole time, and yet he didn't do that, bro. And yet we don't take accountability. Like, okay. So yeah, if y'all new here, I review all the Dallas games, so having to say those things. I will say there were some BS fouls that I thought were called on us and everything in the game, and times where it felt like we didn't even foul them, and then they're getting that and they're getting to the free throw line, so those things are frustrating, of course, and everything. But there was a lot of stuff in our control, and we didn't execute enough, and we fouled them too much, and we didn't get enough stops at the basket, and we didn't share the ball enough with only 19 assists on 34 made baskets and stuff. A lot of it was self-implosion, and it felt like we controlled most of the game, and in the fourth quarter we let it slip away when we let them score 30 points in the fourth quarter. So those things are problems, right? And it felt like at the end they wanted it more than us. You have to stay disciplined, you have to stay hungry, you have to stay ready, and you have to do what got you there. And at the end, we simply did not do that as a team. And so for me, it's very frustrating to watch that with all the fouls that we were committing and just everything else at the end, because what was that? I say the same thing about how trades need to be made, about how I don't want Orique on this team anymore. And I still do stand firm in those things because she could never fool me. You know what I mean? I don't know if Kurt's going to do anything. You know, we'll see. But we're not going to win any championships this year or anything like that, which I never expected, to be fair. But, you know, just like with this group and everything, I'm just tired of us letting games like this slip through our fingers. You know what I mean? We had this, we had the Portland game, we had the New York game, and the rest were really on BS with that and everything. But when you don't do what you need to do, and when you don't take care of business overall, these are the things that happen. So, you know, those are, I think, some of the biggest reasons why we lost the game. We got away from what got us there, is the point. So I'm just, yeah, I kind of got that. Atlanta, you know, they battled. Shout out to Angel. I feel like she carried them this game. Alicia Gray had 25, so I feel like those are, you know, your main two in the game, and they got it done. And we should have made them pay more for the mistakes that they had, and especially at the end. But I don't know. You have to want it for a full 40 minutes. You have to close. You can't do the mistakes that we had today. It was right there. And that's why this loss pains me as much as it does, because I don't even know. So that's why I'm like this in this review, because I'm just so mad. And I know y'all feel my pain. And I know y'all be like that in the comments too. Because, bro, right there. I don't know if I have much else to say about the game and everything. Kind of for us and everything. Like I said, Atlanta, kind of gave my takeaways. Ryan was really in no show and everything with that. Angel prophecy was fulfilled because she said we were going to go 0-3 against her this season, and did. So you hate to see that. I do have some quick promo to do. First up, check out the YouTube channel Anastasia25. All of my reviews, my previews, everything that I've been doing is on here. I feel like I've been making a lot more videos recently. So if you want to see the videos I make on my other account too, you know, check out the YouTube. When I go live, I just went live for the, the All-Star game. So that's uploaded on here too. So check out the YouTube channel. Also, a new episode of the podcast is out, Anastasia Scouting Report. Okay, so I talked about Dallas recent games. I talked about New York. I talked about Atlanta. I talked about the All-Star weekend and stuff like that. So check out the new podcast episode. Worked hard on it, you know. And so I do the podcast. It's really bi-weekly at this point because I'd be doing it in between the games. But, you know, check out the new podcast episodes available on my YouTube channel where you get your podcast. So there's that. This is a side thing. I'll throw this in at the end. But Sophie Cunningham being a commentator, things that nobody wanted to see. Okay, I saw that transphobic BS that she has been spouting, and my account is never a place for transphobia, homophobia, racism, xenophobia, any of that stuff. So if you believe any of that stuff, if you believe in that MAGA bullshit, my account was never for you. But yeah, and then when they had that whole moment the other day with the rally, and then they had that whole statement out for them, and her and Caitlyn got to dodge the press and everything. So yeah, like they should have terminated her contract after that and everything. Got famous for pointing because she's terrible at the game of basketball, but that shit pissed me off, and that's something that we should never see. You know, she shouldn't even be in this league, I swear to God. That's it for me. Please let me know what you guys think down below in the comments about this game. But yeah.